supervisor. I have a supervisor. Then the supervisor is come from that lady is come from Husky, from Husky just to our side, but they basically she know nothing. Okay, basically she know nothing, because we use SAP. So SAP that's a software is very complicated, but is very good, accurate. So if you made some mistake, then the good thing is they prevent you made a mistake. If you made some mistake, is definitely not match something. They set lots of steps you have to match. If you not match, the system is automatically remind you, or they block. You cannot do it. Like for example, they have a project. That project that budget is $500,000, right? Or is the budget is not half. The budget is 500 million. So the 500 million, if we put expenses there, if you put lots of expenses is over that one, then it's blocked. You cannot enter any expenses there. They will block. So in this case, you need to find out if you did something wrong or somebody did something wrong. They blocked you. Okay, sometimes you are not you good. The PO number is correct. Then this one is signed by project manager, but somebody did something wrong. They put that the project is not belong to this one. Is they need to separate them, or it's totally wrong. It's somebody else project that they put here. So they occupy that. They use that budget, so you cannot put it. So if in this case you need to go there to check, then you talk to manager, that the project manager or something like that. So that's that software is very good. It's from German. That SAP is a big one. So that SAP. Then the lady is from Husky. That time, Husky not using SAP. So, but now I think Husky is using SAP. So she come here. She knows nothing. Then they have something wrong. Then they call in. Then the vendor call in, or the other department, the sales department or trading department, they call in. She just know nothing. She just know how to fix it, how to get that solved. She even don't know where get wrong, so she always come to me. And also, in that case, I'm busy, and in this case, there's the taxation. That department, they always come to me. They tell me, we discuss what we can fix it. So because I'm doing analyst, so I can move the things around and try to fix it. There's something like that. So this is another topic. So now I want to continue my topic is that, this one is a self-employment income. So self-employment income is T21. Do you remember? Is T21 T215. That's you will go to forms. Okay, you go to forms, then you find out the T21. Yeah, T2125. So 2125, you click on this one, then you click down arrow, then you got this one. Okay. I think we spent some time to finish this part one. So for the student, you are not finished this one. Is that's the simple. Okay, and is the facial period is January 1st to December 31st. Then the counting method is you have to kick this one. Okay, accrual method. Okay, and then the industry code, you need to find out. Select the industry code. You find the property tax. The industry code is for a statistic. Okay, then you just look for this one. If you want to find it, you click on that. And that's the plus button. They have some detail, okay? Then another plus button, they have something. As long as you think this one is satisfied for you, then you just double click. Oh, they're not coming. If it's not coming, that's easy, okay? If it's not coming, that's the one, okay? That's the number here. 1. Actually, they have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have a 6 number. As long as you find the 6 number here, okay? That's the 4 numbers. Then the add up, there's top 11. That's 11. Then 1, then the 1153. That's the 6 numbers here. Okay. Anything. Okay. If you find out like electrical service, if you do electrical service, you click on this plus button. Okay. Plus button, you will find out. Then this one is oh, that's not the education service. The education service. Then you press here. That's the detail. So elementary and the secondary. So for me is probably I just got the community college here. So for me, I check this one. So this one is 6112. Then you press this one 61 6112. The six number here, okay? And before they just click on that, then automatically, I don't know, now it's not automatically go there. Let's see here. Okay, 6 digit. So it's before they are automatically, they come to you. But now is why they are not automatically come. So you click that plus button, they will see here. So if the university, I got this one. So you, okay. Expand the notes and select 5 codes, 5 codes. So I don't know. They automatically come in. If it's not automatically come in, you just write down the number, then they fill out here. Okay. That's the industry code you should do. And yet, last time we just doing here is a GST return, right? So basically, the first thing, if you do the detail GST return, and you do the detail, then you need to write down. You have you have a code, right? So let's see here. You have to keep your counting the code. And sometimes they purchase. Sometimes you purchase a quick tax for small company in corporation. They purchase small tax, but for your self-employment, my guess is you want to save your cost. You need to use that Excel, okay, to do something. So now CRA website, I want to look at that self-employment is T4002 form, okay? Everybody, if you're interested, you need to write down that in case. T4002, that is for self-employment. So for the self-employment business, this one, okay? 2020. They didn't change 2021. Yeah.
We can see you're not sharing screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing screen, sorry. Yeah, you let me know. Sometimes I just. So for this one, for CRA, okay, CRA, you search is T4002. T4002, then you search is self-employment. They says 2020, it should be 2021, but they are not updated now, not updated in the system. So probably still qualified. There's nothing wrong. Last update, 2021. So let's see. So you double click on that. Okay. You double click on that, then you got PDF. So the PDF, so this one is self-employment, okay? And so they just, in here, they just show you how you keep record. They just give you an example, how you keep your record. You can use your Excel, or you purchase that QuickText, QuickBooks, they call it QuickBooks. The QuickBooks is, I think 200 something, the software is accounting software, then it's a lot better. But if you want to save money, your business is small, you want to save money, then you do the Excel. Okay, Excel is like here. Everybody, you see my screen, examples. You see my screen? Did everybody see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that they put example, okay? Example is following sales journey. They want you keep that journey. Then you just put on here, something like that. Then you separate the most important things. Most important things is your first thing. You need to separate the sale and the purchase. Okay, so these ones sell. Sometimes you purchase, right? You purchase. Then the sale, this one is only for sale. This one is a sale journal. That's a sale journal. Then you need make another one is a purchase journal. Okay, so sale journal, you need to separate that. This one is the total amount. So the total amount, then you separate that the sale. Column 4 is sale. Okay, column 4 is sale. Then GST, PST, you need to separate. Okay, you need to separate. Like for example, you sell $100, then $5 is GST, and $8 is PST. Some total is 113. So something like that. Okay, you need to separate that. Separate GST, PST, then the sale. Okay, that the total one. So like this guy is like that. They just says daily sale as a cash sale. Then they have a credit sale. What credit sale is? They don't pay your money. They just put credit. Then next time they pay whole. So this time they purchase. This time your vendor, your client, own your 27th. Then today. Then for a couple of days, they own your $36. A couple of days, your $15. Then they pay your $100 in total. It's something like that. Okay. And then next week they just pay you $100. But this time I'm not paying. I just get 27. That I just get that that product or service is done. So they pay you one time. This time they says a credit sale. But credit sale, because we're doing accrual counting method, is still sale. Is even they don't pay it, is still a sale. So that the payment to the account, that means the payment to the account is they have account. The company A, they own your $500, but this time they pay you $10. Okay, they still have a 490 they not paid. It's something like that. So so I don't think that this one is you keep the most times cash sale, you like cash sale, right? It's better. They paid right away, then it's clear the account. It's clear the account. So sometimes they own your money, you have to write. So this is your keep record. But the most important thing I said is you have to separate your sale. Is you separate your sale is a GST and the PST. Okay, that what they says $146 is the sale. Then the 146. Then they have $8.65 is GST. And the PST is $13.84. then total sale. So the total sale here. So the total sale is 173. It's something like that. You understand? Is anybody understand that?
Yes.
So you have to keep that one is you have to keep that one is you know you have to do the record, okay? The journal record. So that's a separate GST and the PST. This one is you collect GST and you collect the PST. Then this one is a sales journal. Then you have to make a purchase journal. So the purchase journal is the same thing, and like $100, like something like that. Okay, $147 you spend. You spend $147. Then you have to see the purpose. What is you pay for? Then you have to see the GST you paid, PST you paid, then your total you paid. Okay, the total. This one's the total. I think they have. This one is expenses. Yeah, this one's the expenses journal. So expenses journal, they says, okay, radio. They purchase radio, and then they make a check. If it's a check, they just make a check. Okay, the check number here. Then the bank, that's the total amount. So this is the total amount. So total amount is the bank total amount you paid is 367. Then GST you paid is here. Okay, and do you have a PST? They don't have a PST. That's in Alberta. They don't pay the PST. So the PST they don't pay. So that actually that cost is 350. Okay, 350. Then the GST is this one. GST you can deduct. Okay, so the cost is only only 350. So total you paid is 67.50. Okay, so the cost they put advertisement. So this one is the company they put they paid total amount is that check total amount they paid this amount 367.50 cents. They paid is for advertisement. Okay, and this one is GST. Okay, then the same thing is the next one. Okay, I'm going through the next one. The next one is they paid this company, submits that hardware company. That's the check number. There's total you paid is $26.95. So GST is $1.28. So that 2567 is cost. So the cost is for repair. Okay, there's something you need to repair, then the cost is repair. It's something like that. This one is give you an example. So when you down is most small business when they do the tax GST refund is annually. That's annually is one. There's only your 1 year at by end of year. So you do GST return. Okay, you do GST return. And I think there's a small business. They all same thing. If you for self-employment, definitely is annual return. For that big company is quarter return. It's like say I work at for ConocoPhillips. They are quarter. They are doing quarterly return because they large amount. Okay, they do a quarterly return. So that's basically but we have we use SAP, then the automatic system will tell you how many GST you get, you collect it. So GST collected is when you sell, right? You take that GST from your customer. So you add up. So you use to Excel. Then the last items add up whole things to GST. How many GST? That means your GST is you collect. You collect from your customer. Then you have a total. Then you spend this one expenses. So that's expenses, the GST here. You have a total. This total is your GST you paid. The GST you paid. So when you do GS detail, is you correct how many, then subtract your GST you paid, minus GST you paid, then you pay the balance to the CRA. This one we called a GST return. Your annually GST return. Okay, you could do every month. This one is January. Then you use another Excel to do the next month, October, September, and something. Then you add up 12 worksheet. Your 12 worksheet. Okay. So basically, idea is the GST you correct. So the GST you correct, that means you GST you get from your customer, and subtract your GST you paid, then you pay the balance. Okay. Like for example, you collect the GST from your customer is 3,000. Then when you made the purchase, your GST is 1,000. Then you have to pay the 2,000 to CRA. So by the annually is this one is we called is detail method. So detail method you need keep that you need to keep that record. Okay, you need to keep that record. They will see in case CRA wants to see it. And the PST is the same thing. This one is the PST is the same thing. This one is your whatever you collect from your customer. Then the whatever you paid, the same thing if you use detail. Okay. The some students here they ask me the QST. So Quebec, basically is a detail. You use a detail method. Okay. But the GST, PST, we have a simply method. So the quick method, this is a quick method. So the quick method is a lot easier. The quick method I tell you before I already introduced something to you, but now I tell you it's very quick. But I don't know for quick QST for Quebec. I'm not familiar with Quebec GST. Okay, so for the Quebec and the QST, I don't know if they have a quick method or not. Okay, I really don't know. You need to find out. You phone that province, Quebec, and ask them if they have quick method. If they don't have a quick method, you just do the detail method. Okay, detail method is like this. This one you PST change it to QST. So the QST, whatever you collected, then the whatever you spend on QST, then you subtract, give them the difference, submit the difference. Okay, so you keep that record. Okay, that's the detail record. So any questions for this one? Any questions for this one? This is the expenses one. Okay, expenses they separate by they just got that the loss of expenses. Say the capital items, then the repair, the permit. They get some permit license something. That's advertisement. The legal and the accounting expenses, something like that. Okay, so this one is you say the used car. So used car, the GST, used car, the cost is 1,500. So that GST is $75. So 75 when you purchase, you can get that money. Okay, can reduce your GST. So subtract that your cost only 1,500 your cost. But this one's a capital cost. Okay, capital cost, yesterday I said is CCA. So the CCA is we have yesterday I said the CCA have another form, right? So the CCA, the class number is 10. It's class 10. When you put class 10, they automatically take away is 30% go to your CCA cost. So any questions for this one?
I just have a question with remittance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an annual filer. So on my first year, I paid and filed and paid my tax for the first year. But on the
Mm-hmm.
on the following year, do I have to do installment like advance payment, or I can do the
Yes,
same thing?
installment. They says installment. They have a requirement.
Mm-hmm.
So installment they have a certain. I'm not sure it's a 3,000 or something. So you need to call them. So if you last year, so it depends on last year. So last year you pay how much for CRA? If it's I'm not sure. Okay, you need to find out. So there's a GST. If for example they set up 3,000. So last year if it's 3,000, if it's more than you got more than 3,000 tax payable, then you need to pay the installment. But if you're under 3,000, you don't need to pay you don't need to pay installment. You don't need to pay installment. You need to call them. I don't know it's 3,000 or 5,000. I can't remember. So they have threshold. You need to find out. The CRA will give. You need to find out. You say that how much how much that's the threshold. What is threshold for installment I have to pay? Then if you have to pay installment, is the installment is last year. Like last, for example, they says 3,000 over 3,000 you need to pay the installment. So last year you got 4,300. Then this year you pay installment. It doesn't matter you pay the quarterly or pay the yearly. You match to 4,300. You match it. Then this year when you do return, you more than that. You got if you get more. If you have 5,000 payable, then you only pay 700. You pay the balance, right? Because you already paid the 4,300. But if you less, you got 3,000, then you get 1,300 back. Then you come to 3,000 next year. If next year you pay 3,000. So 3,000, the installment is according to your last year. How much? That's your pay installment.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, understand that the installment you have to pay. It doesn't matter you pay the quarterly, you put the monthly. It doesn't matter. You have to pay before December 31st.
Okay. So my first
Yeah,
year,
you paid one time.
first year, mom, is paid already from 2020. 2020, but 2021 I paid it on December, so that's fine. Like like half of my GST I already paid the installment at the end of the year. That is it fine, or do I have to do it quarterly?
It doesn't matter. I don't think you qualify for quarterly. It's a yearly. It just you pay the installment. You can pay quarterly or pay the yearly, but you have to pay. You have to
Before
pay
I
before
file, right?
31st. Yeah, you pay the full amount. The full amount is the full amount. I said that the accounts payable. The full amount. The full amount I said you have to pay. The full amount is the amount is last year the accounts payable. Last year you how many GST you owned.
Okay.
Okay, how many GST you paid. Then this amount is your for your reference. For your reference, you pay that. Okay, and last year you paid 5,000 GST. Then this year you pay installment is 5,000. Okay, and the installment requirement is you need to find out. Okay, the installment requirement you need to find out. You need to find out the threshold. I don't know. I don't remember the threshold, but sometimes I think the company is 5,000, but I don't know self-employment. How much self-employment is the threshold? The company, if you open that company, the company is is threshold. So that for the QST, okay, for the QST, I don't know. For the QST, I don't know that if they have a quick method or not. But for a GST, I can give you the quick method. So the quick method, you don't need for the quick method, you only put here. So the bank, like for expenses, you put the whole amount. Okay, you don't need separate the GST. You don't need this column. You don't need the column. Then you just only put the advertisement is the whole amount. Advertisement is 367.50. You copy this one. Okay, you don't need that separate that GST. Okay, and the same thing for sale. For sale is you just write down here. You just write down the 17173. You don't need to separate this column and separate this column because we don't do the detail. You just put the sale is total sale. So the sale is 173. That is including GST and PST. Okay, including that because that's the quick method. Then I tell you quick method, how to do the quick method. I think that's because last Friday we lost that. We lost internet. Somebody, okay. So where is my, here? Okay. So you go to cra.gc.ca, okay? The cra.gc.ca is GST quick method. GST quick method, okay? Then you click on GST quick method, remit rate. But whatever, you just got GST quick method, that's it. Then you click on this one. They give you GST. Okay, quick method.
Ash, do you want bread? You want a bread? You want the bread? No. Later na.
Let's do GST quick method. Just GST quick method. Okay. Yeah, here, quick method for the counting. Quick method of counting for GST and the HST. So is this one is we want to see that the rate, remittance rate. Okay, what are your remittance rate? So remittance rate, they have purchase good for resale. They have a resale remittance rate, and the service, the provider service, they have a remittance rate. It's different. Okay, it's so now we just look up this resale. So if you purchase product, then the resale is here. So if your Alberta is column 1, okay. If your Manitoba is still column 1 now. If it's the Saskatchewan, is still column 1. So the basically column 1 is here. Okay, column 1, you look up this column. So for Alberta, because we only Alberta, there's no PST, so only charge GST. So is so this one is 1.8%. What is 1.8% is when you sell. You sell is you sell. I said you sell is a total amount, including your GST, PST amount. Okay, we are not you sell. You do the sale journal. You do the sale journal. You not separate GST, PST. You just total. Like you sell this time. You sell $250. So the 250 is including GST and PST. So you add up all the things, then this one, okay? So you, when by the end of year, you times 1.8. That's it. That's the GST you need to submit to CRA. Clear? Clear?
Yes.
Yeah, that's you says is including GST, PST, the total amount. So that's total amount is means the total money you get from your client, you get from your customer. You from your customer total, how much you get from your customer, then your total money, get it. Then this money is called your revenue. That's revenue is including GST. So, or GST and PST. So this money, if you're doing resale, you just time 1.8%. Time 1.8%, then you submit to CRA. That lots easy, okay? Then you do a tax return for GST return. It's lots easy. But for Saskatchewan, you have, is Saskatchewan student here? Any Saskatchewan student here? Tell me, any Saskatchewan student here? There's nobody answer. Any Saskatchewan student here? Any Manitoba student here?
Yes, ma'am.
So Manitoba, I ask you, so you are Manitoba student, you are, how much PST you pay?
I think right now it's 7%.
7%, okay. So there's no Saskatchewan student, so all gone.
She probably already left.
Okay. So I don't know Saskatchewan students, so now we just come to Manitoba student. So Manitoba students, you got 7%, right? You got 7%?
Yes, ma'am. 7% PST, 5% GST.
5% GST. So it's 12%.
Yes. Yes. They just recently lowered down the PST. It was 8% before.
Okay. So yeah. So now you just for Manitoba students, you just got this one. Okay. You times 8.8%. So that means you when you sell and the total sale. So total sale is the total money. How much money you from your customer? Then you get your customer the total money. Then you times 8.8%. Then you submit. Then you submit to CRA. That's you means you done. You did the GST and the PST tax return. That's the this one is a quick method. So the quick method is lots easier. So the quick method is for your revenue is under 400,000. So I think lots of 400,000. The self-employment definitely 400,000. But for small company, they are the lots of small company. They even they are do T2 return. They still qualify for that quick method. Okay, so the quick method is lots easy. They don't need to separate that detail. Is you sell, you need to separate how much you sell, and how much GST, how much PST. Then you sell. When you spend expenses, you need to put the cost and the GST and the PST. You need to separate like this. Okay, it's detail, but this one is quick method. It's a lot easy. So this one is resale. How about that? Service. So this the service, okay? Remit provide service. If the sales service, you provide service, that's the simple. The Alberta, your times your total revenue, your times 3.6%. You remit to the CRA, but you for the Manitoba student is time for the Manitoba that you times 10.5%. Okay, 10.5% you to that CRA. So this one is just pretty much simple. That's for small company as true. The same thing. Okay, for small company is the same thing. So when you sell something or you get from customer, you don't need to separate. This part is sale, this part is GST, that part is PST. You just put total. Okay. So now now we just fill out here now. So the income. So income is 3, you see on the right side, on the right side, the 3A. The 3A is the 3A number. Where the 3A number is total income, including GST and PST. Okay, the total income including GST and PST. So that's 3B is the that's GST PST you give to you already submit to a CRA. They need to subtract. So for example, your total. Okay, for example, your total is where it is. Okay, so for example, your total is here. So because this the top one is T4A. So you won't is anybody you won't get T4A. T4A is contract. Okay, you won't get T4A. It's by invoice. So invoice is a total number, right? Invoice they have a sell the service. If you provide the service, so that the number you charge, then you plus the second one is GST. How much GST? Then they add up is total. So the total you put there. So for example, your total is 10,500. Okay, so 10,500. I just Alberta. Okay, 500. 500 is GST. So 10,000 is your sale. So total is 10,500. Then you add up here. Then you click OK. This one is 10,500 including GST. Then I remit it because I'm using detail method. Okay, I'm using my detail method. So the detail method I remitted is 365. So you paid these ones as you paid. Okay, so 365 is your detail method because I collect 500. I collect 500 GST. Then when I made my purchase is 245, 35. My purchase is 200. My purchase is 235. So I pay 265 to CRA. So I already paid. So that's the GST you remitted. Then your income is 10,235. Okay, that's your income. The income is here. So if this one is you're using detail method, okay, you're using detail method, you have to keep your journal. Keep you keep your journal, then your journal is separate GST, PST, and sales. You need to separate. But if you're using quick method, if you're using quick method, then you just like this. If you're using quick method, you put it over here. Quick method, for example, is 10,500, still this one. If you're using quick method. So the quick method is you're doing, this one is doing resale. So resale in our quotas 1.8, 1.8%. So in this one is paid $180. Okay, then $180. Then what then your income is here. Remitted 8 is 1.8. If the service you need to pay 360. 360. This one is resale. Resale you pay 1.8%. The service is 3.6%. So then this is 10,320 is your income. So basically it's this one. So income is easy. Okay, the income is easy. Then we come to that. Now we come to that cost. The cost of the goods. So cost of goods. Then I says the cost of goods is you have inventory. If you're doing a resale, you have inventory. Inventory beginning of the year, they have okay, the opening inventory. That's beginning of the year. You have to keep track. Okay, in inventory. Then the end of year, the close inventory is end of year on December 31st. how much inventory you have. Then you purchase here. The purchase is a purchase in during the year. That's on 3T purchase. Then you put there, then you have three things put there. The system automatically calculate how much inventory how much cost for your sale, the cost of your sale goods. Okay, they automatically calculate. So this is advertisement is straightforward. So meal and entertainment. So meal and entertainment, you need to keep. You have a receipt, right? You have a meal, like you have a lunch with your customer, and you have a lunch with somebody. It's related to your It's related to your business. For example, you want to buy, you purchase frame tickets. To give them the hockey tickets to your client, to try to amuse your client. Okay, satisfy your client. Then you have to write down for who you give to. Okay, you have to write down. So anything entertainment and the meal, the system is automatically they take half, 50%. So for example, you have a meal with your customer is $80. So you put $80 there, they automatically give you 40 here. So you add up all the receipt. Okay, the receipt you need to keep the receipt, including your tips. But you have to write down who you have a dinner with and who you sent that tickets to. Okay, you have to write down at the back of the receipt. Yeah, I already go through this one on Friday. So there's CCA is I go through CCA 2 days ago, right? So the CCA is here. I already go through this one, CCA. So CCA, basically you put the class number here. So the class number you need to check on CRA, and I gave you some slide. You take a picture. So basically, normally it's the vehicle. If your own vehicle, if that vehicle is under business name, okay. If the vehicle is under business name, that's the same thing. This is this one CCA is the same thing as T2. When you do tax return for incorporation, the T2 is the same thing. So that when you know how to do this one, the T2 is same thing is here. So you put the most important things is class number. So for example, you purchase a sofa, you purchase desk. So that is class A. So when you put class A here, then they automatically give you a 20%. Okay, the 20% you see here is a 20%. So for this one is the column 2 is beginning of that, beginning of this undepressed the cost. So that means last year we just calculate because this one is the old one. The last year, that's last column. End of year, this column you copy from beginning of this year. Okay, this year all the numbers you copy from last year return. If this year you purchase, then this year you purchase, you put here. This year you purchase, like say this year I purchase vehicle. Then you purchase vehicle is over 30,000, not including GST. Okay, over 30,000, 30,000, then is 10. That class number is 10. Over is 10.1. If it's under is 10. So you put that vehicle makers, name of maker, and the model number, something, the model. Okay, then how much total you paid. Okay, and that's the total you paid is not including your GST. Okay, it's not including your GST. For the quick method, for the big one, the big one is not including your 3.6%, or it's not including your 1.8%. Then for the big one, that's like a vehicle and the equipment. They just you can write down. Okay, for a vehicle, I purchased that, then you can get back. Okay, for the percentage 1.8 or 3.6, that percentage is only for your service or for your resale. For that CCA, because the CCA is your big one, the most is loss. Sometimes it's 1,000 or something, right? The loss of money is 800 or something like that. Then you can get then the whole money back in that year. You have to write down special items. Let's say I purchase a machine, I purchase a vehicle, and the GST how much. Then this one is not including that 3.6%, is not including 1.8%. Okay, so the vehicle and the cost is only cost, not GST. Okay, so you just put over there. Then if you put there, then automatically they comes to the first one. Okay, they come to first one. So most if you acquire this year, they only take away 0.5%, the 50% of that. Okay, the calculation. But if you don't know, you don't need to know. Okay, if you don't know, you don't need to know that. The system is automatically. Okay, so like say 500, 500 is copied. This 500 is copied from last year. So this here. So they just give you 500 is 20%. It's got 100. 100 is goes to your expenses. Okay, expenses. Then the 400 is next year. Okay, you copy next year. This is what left. What left is 400. Then next year you copy this 400 to this area. Okay, this column 2. Then you continue. So for this year, if you like say is that vehicle, and for example your total cost is 25,000, right? It's 25,000 the vehicle. Some vehicle you call 25,000. Then they basically they automatically go to like this line. Okay, the personal amount, the personal portion is 0. If the total is then it's 0, then the 25,000. So they are automatically equipment. This one's dispose. So that the vehicle, you have to put detail on it. Okay, so they automatically go over there. I think they say what happened here. Expenses. What is expenses? Okay. Then now I need talk for the good one. The good one is very good one. Okay. It's if you use this one is your this one is you purchase a vehicle is for your business use, especially for your business use, is under your business title. Like for example, you do the carpet clean, then you purchase that special vehicle for that high pressure carpet clean, that equipment, that vehicle. So this vehicle is basically is for your business use. Then you just do CCA, right? But some people you just do the CCA. Okay. Although this one's not 25, so it's 45 because 10.1. 10.1 is over 35. Okay. So over 30,000. Sorry, I made a mistake. So it's this one, 45. So 10.1 is definitely over 30,000. If it's under 30,000, it's 10. Class number is 10. So that Okay. So what happened is here. So then if you use your personal vehicle to running business, for example, you deliver pizza, okay, you do the clean job, do commercial clean, or you do house clean. You go to everywhere. You have to go every house to clean. Then you need to drive vehicle to your customer, right? But the vehicle is your personal vehicle, and you use your personal vehicle. You can use that detail, okay, detail method. So the detail method is here. Chart A, vehicle expenses. So you feel the vehicle, one vehicle, two, if you more than one vehicle, then you have to, the first thing is you have to make a journal. Okay. So like for example, the first thing you need to make a journal. So for example, today is March 16, March 17. Okay. March 17, 2022, then you go to which customer. Then you put the customer's address, name and the customer address there. Okay. So do what? Okay, do what? The purpose is for what? Then how many kilometers you drive? Okay. Then sometimes you need times two, because if you only do one trip, it's a round trip, right? You go there and then back. And sometimes you run into two customer. Like morning you go this customer, like deliver pizza. Like you today you deliver 10 place. So you just write down the vehicle, how many kilometers you drive for your business. You write down, okay? Then for the whole year, you add up how many kilometers you drive for total for business. Okay, how many kilometers you drive for total your business. This one is for your business, but for whole kilometers, you need to find out at the beginning of the year, like January 1st. January 1st, the kilometers you write down on your vehicle that the kilometers, they have a kilometer number there. In December, how many kilometers there? Then you subtract, it's called total kilometers you drive for this year. Because you have a total kilometers drive for this year. And also you have a business kilometers you drive for year. Then you find out, right? Then you find out the percentage. So the line one is here. Okay. Enter the kilometers you drive in the tax year to earning business. So it's line one. So line one is, I said, you need from your journal. Your journal says this today you drive to another customer is how much kilometers. Then you add up whole year. You make a journal because in case CRA wants to see it. Okay, in case CRA wants to see it, you have to make journal. That's important. Then that the column two is the total kilometers you drive for the vehicle. So the vehicle is, you have to write down this January 1st, how many kilometers you drive, and the January 1st, the kilometers in your vehicle, right? You find in vehicle. And in December, the kilometers, the number of kilometers in your vehicle, then you write down, then subtract. Use that December 31st one, subtract the January 1st. Then you subtract that, then you got this number is total kilometers. So the enter total kilometers you drive in the tax year. So for example, your total kilometers driving is 20,000. Like for example, it's 20,000. So then you just drive. So for your journal, you add up. You add up is 13,000 for 13,000 for your business. Okay, is from your journal. Okay, then you just then the system is automatically decalculate. So 13 over 20. that's a percentage. Then the fuel and the oil, that's fuel, you have to keep all the receipt for your fuel. Okay, your all receipt for your fuel. Every time you fill the gas, you have a receipt. Then you have to keep it. Okay. I used to, my husband, sometimes he's go to he's a geologist. He go to well site. The well site is I put the box the plastic box, okay, over there. I said every time when you fill the gas, you throw your receipt in that box. Okay, throw the receipt in that box. So by the end of the year, I collect that receipt. Then just then I do the tax refund. Okay, I used to do that, but I will tell you what's the problem. Then detailed method is you keep the receipt. If you lost receipt, then you lost. You won't able to claim that expenses. Okay, interest. So this interest is somebody they lease. The vehicle is not your pay for amount. You lease that the least you paid, okay, the interest and the license plate registration. So everybody, every year you got to register your vehicle. So it's probably it's $9 or something. So for example, okay, fuel is 2,000, for example, okay. You add all the receipt, okay. Then that's the insurance. So the vehicle insurance. So the vehicle insurance, for example, you paid 115, and the 1,500 for vehicle insurance. Then you the license registration normally is $94 registration yearly. Okay, there's maintenance and the repair. So maintenance repair is depend, right? You have to receipt. If you have a receipt, is for example is 4,000. I'm not sure. Okay, 4,000. You have the receipt. You have receipt. Okay, for your support, and then the 4,000. Then the electricity for zero emission. So this one is for if you drive Tesla. So they use electricity power. For fuel, you don't have. Okay, if you have fuel 2,000, then you won't get the electricity. So if you use electricity power vehicle, then you don't have this one fuel one. You only have electricity one. So that the other expenses. So if you have other expenses, then you put it. So the total is 7,594. Okay. So now they go to because they have a percentage. Because they have a percentage is 13 over 20. So that's 13 over 20. Then is only 4,936.10 goes to vehicle expenses. Okay, the vehicle expenses here. Okay, they automatically calculate here. Okay, 4,900 here. So this one is, I tell you, this one is detail. Okay, this one is a detail method. So detail method. Again, detail method. First thing you need everything. You need to put journal. So the journal is every time. So the journal is every time you need to write down. Okay, you drive to your customer, and what day, how many kilometers you drive to your customer, and for the purpose. Okay, then your total the total kilometers that you drive. Then this one is detail. This detail is you have to have receipt to support your claim. Okay, you have to have a receipt. So then I tell you the story for my husband. I gave him the box, put on his vehicle truck, put on his truck. Then I said, every time when you fill your gas, you put it in that box. Okay. Then every time if you want, you want go to to fix your vehicle or any expenses, right? You put in that box. But however, I said he is the not organized people. Then he is when he fill the gas, he just put in his dashboard, put in the passenger chair, whatever. He never put in that box. Sometimes he put in that box, sometimes not, and the maintenance, like he changed the tire from the winter tire to the season tire, and from season tire to winter tire he paid. Then he forgot to put in there. Okay, he put everywhere. Who knows he put where? So in this case, for this person, for this person, you lost the receipt, and for some person they are headache for the keep the receipt. So I give you the flat rate. So the flat rate is very good. And I said, how it good? Then I tell you, especially for if you are accounting, you are in accounting apartment, then there's some people they use their vehicle they drive their own vehicle to Red Deer to do the business, like they have business meeting, okay, or they have customer to discuss that contract, but the company not own that many vehicle. Okay, so the choice is you can rent the vehicle, give them. If it's a rent, then the whole the rental expenses you can deduct in your company. But for some if the person they need if the person they need they don't want to drive the rental vehicle, they want to drive their own vehicle because they think it's their own vehicle, they are familiar with their own vehicle, they're comfortable. Some person they don't like the other vehicle. So if they drive their own vehicle, so the company will give them reimbursement. So the reimbursement is not including that fuel. Okay, you only give them gas? No, because they drive there, you need to give more than that. So how much more than that? You give reasonable. So the reasonable amount you give to them, they don't need including their income tax. If you give more, the CRA will think it's not reasonable. Then they just think this one is a taxable benefit. So they need to pay the tax, income tax, and they need to deduct CPP and deduct EI. So that person, your employer, don't like you. Okay, they say they don't like you. So you pay them in reasonable. Amount. So they just get it for tax free. They don't need to pay any tax. There. So I'm going to show you what is the reasonable one. Okay. Did I share my screen?
No.
Okay, so now I need to share my screen. Yes, just let me know. Sometimes I forgot to share my screen. Okay, so you go to CRA website. So every year, CRA is they update the rate for that. Okay, and okay. Okay, so what you put is colorimetrical rate. Okay, you take picture. Okay, you take picture. How you search? Sometimes you don't know how to search. You calorimetrical rate, or you write down piece of paper, then you can search. This one. So what you got this one here. Okay, CRA calorimetrical rates. So now it's here. So in Alberta now, it's every time they change it. So this one is the brand new. It's January 1st, 2022. So January 1st, 2022 is if you the Alberta is 51.5%. Okay, And Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Manitoba is 51.5. Saskatchewan is 50.5. Okay. So what this one is, because they every year they changed. Okay. So for last year, so if you, this one is the 2022, then if you want to find the last year is 2021, right? So the 2021 is here. So 2021, Alberta is here. Okay. Then the Saskatchewan is here, and Manitoba is 52. So what this one is, for example, we did is, for example, as long as you know that's kilometer, because this one is a 1 kilometer per sense. For example, you just do do here. That's lots easy. For example, you know, because you keep journal is 13,000. The 13,000 kilometers you drive. 13,000 kilometers you drive for your business. You just use 13,000. You just using 13,000, then times, if it's Alberta is 51, right? Last year is 51 cents. So you use 13,000 times 0.51 cents. Then you come to 6,630. So even more, then you come to 6,630. That's it. You don't need any receipt. You just put the 6,630. Okay. So 6,630 is for vehicle. What's the vehicle is here? Here. So because they don't have anything here, right? So they don't have so motor vehicle is on here. Motor vehicle is I did where the motor vehicle did. So motor vehicle is I did this here. So I just delete it. That's the detail one, okay? That's the detail one. So these are the detailed one, but I only know you don't need this one. So I only know is 13,000 for 13,000 to drive for my business. So your 13,000, if you are Alberta, is time 13,000 times 51 cents. If it is if it's not 13,000, if it's Saskatchewan and Alberta, you have another one, okay? You have another one. Then you just put over here. I think that's what is expenses. Expenses. This one's a vehicle.
Mommy, scare me out.
It's here. So no, it's not here. So you put other expenses here. You cannot put the vehicle expenses. So the vehicle expenses is automatically from the last page, from the down page, right? So you only put here. You only put this one is like that auto that said vehicle.
Why are you crying?
Let's see, it says
Did I scare you?
vehicle expenses. Expenses that
Ash, don't move your
is
paper.
a
That's
free
not the proper way.
flat
Don't move
rate.
your paper.
Flat
Okay?
rate. Okay. And then you put how much? 6,630. Okay. Then you put over here. This one is I teach some student because that I have one student. Her husband is doing taxi driver. He's use his own use his own vehicle to do the something taxi something. Then he put here, if you because that vehicle is under he's on the person's name, is not on business name. If it's on the business name, then you can deduct CCA, right? You can deduct CCA. You deduct all the cost. Like if there's vehicles on the if the vehicle is on the business name, then it's different. Then you just can deduct CCA. Then you deduct that maintenance something. Okay, is on here. Everything is on here. Okay, repair and the maintenance, and the registration and the insurance is here. So you all put here. It's not like you're using this one. You are not using like I show you is this one. Okay, not using this one. So this one is the vehicle. The vehicle you're using your own vehicle to running your business. You're using this one. So this one they have a detail method and flat rate. So flat rate I show you, that's very simple, and you don't need to keep cost, keep that receipt. Like now I only use this one for my husband. He doesn't use any need any receipt. That's over.
Ma'am,
Okay.
question.
Yeah.
If I'm using my husband's car for the business, can I expense it?
Yeah,
That's fine?
it's no problem. Yeah, it's no
Okay.
problem. Then you just that's the only way is for this one. You also the only one is you also can if you use your own, that's you use your own card, and then you put the expenses here. But if you use somebody like your husband's vehicle or something, you can pay him for 6,000 something, pay him. So your husband get paid or somebody get paid. So 6,000 something, they don't put, this one is not including their income because I said it's reasonable. It's CRA will say that it's reasonable. It's non-taxable. Okay, it's non-taxable. Otherwise, you pay more than that. You pay more than that, then the whole amount is taxable.
So
okay, whole amount is taxable. Yeah. So for your that's you see here. There's I tell you, there's lots of
Mommy.
Okay. They didn't see anything here.
Mommy.
There's lots of things, lots of accountant. They don't know this one. So even they don't know this one. Okay, I just tell you because you are my student. You're special. You know, there are lots of things. Okay.
Okay, go YouTube.
They even don't know.
YouTube, go. Okay, very good. Thank you. Very good. Oh, it's very good. Oh, yeah, tattoo. Okay, later. Later, Ash. Mommy will put a tattoo.
Vehicle free. Okay, they didn't see anything. I'm going to find out. Okay, I'm going to find out. They says in CRA website they do says okay. Do says reimbursement is if it's reasonable is non-taxable. Okay, it's non-taxable and you don't need to deduct tax. So it's not including your income. So that's the good thing. And another thing I'm going to find out now. I cannot find out. And also, then we come to next one. Okay, for the vehicle. Okay, for vehicle, you have to know vehicle. If your company own vehicle, if company own your vehicle, you can deduct CCA. But if you're using and you can deduct CCA for the fuel for your gas. You fill the gas, then you put it over here. The gas is every time. So you need a receipt. Okay, every time you fill the gas for your company's vehicle, for the business use the vehicle, and the business use vehicle is I think they have a few. Okay, this one is the insurance. Okay, insurance is here. Did you see my mouse? Look at my mouse. The insurance is here. Then the lessons, if you got registered or something, then you put over here. Or the management fee
Mommy,
is
that's
here.
cream.
Utility fuel costs here. And this one is not. So this says except for vehicle, for motor vehicle. So probably you for the fuel gas is over here. Okay, for here other expenses, because this says except for vehicle. So you don't need to put here. You put somewhere here. So this one is for your vehicle expenses, but that vehicle is up there. The especially vehicle expenses, not including CCA. This one is mainly you could put here. I think you could put here. I think you could put here, but you just put 100%. Yeah, you just put 100% is the 100% is goes to your the 100% is goes to your business. Like the total, if your used vehicle is 13,000, then your total drive is 13,000. That means you not drive any for your personal use. Then you put here. Yeah, total things you put here. This one is for the company, your own vehicle, or you use your vehicle to running your business. It's a detailed method. But if you use that flat rate, like I show you, flat rate is that's lots easier. You only keep general for how many kilometers you drive to your business. Then you calculate this. Okay, then you calculate this. Then it's for the other expenses. Then for the other expenses. Okay, so the basically is the big here. Then another thing is I want come through that that you use your home space to running your business, right? You set up your office at home. Okay, where it is? That's the vehicle. The CAA, I already go through it. The vehicle, yeah, that's main things. Another thing is calculate the business use of your home expenses. Okay, that's the heat, electricity in that's insurance and the maintenance and the mortgage interest. Okay, only mortgage interest, the property tax. That's pretty simple, straightforward. The other expenses. So the other expenses possibly is your paid some community fees, something like that. Okay, association, something. The other expenses you put over here, then the add up system will automatically add up. So you need to put personal use here, especially put personal use here. So I give you an example. For example, your the whole home. Okay, your home is heat, so the heat is electricity. Then you have a bill in Emacs. Your Emacs, they give you a bill. They give you a bill is you just add the whole things. They add up. Like for example, it's 5,000. Okay, for my home is probably 5,000 a year. Okay,
Meter again?
property. Okay, 5,000. But for small, because my home is big, for small home, is probably around 3,000. Let's do 5,000 here. Okay, then electricity. I include the electricity. So so just put over there, or you put 2,000, 3,000. 3,000 is heat and water, and 2,000 is for heat, for electricity. So this the whole things, okay, 5,000. Then insurance. So for insurance, how many insurance for you paid? Is my home is 1,800. So the year, and the maintenance. So maintenance, you have a receipt, okay? All this one have a receipt. It's a Emax. That bill is from Emax. Then this one is from insurance company. So this one is that the maintenance. For example, the maintenance is 600. Okay, then you have a receipt. Okay, everybody, you have a receipt. It's not like I just give you an example. Then the mortgage interest, if you have a mortgage, okay, so mortgage interest is, for example, is 7,000. Then mortgage interest, then property tax. Okay, so the property tax, sometimes you have a property tax bill, then you got this one. Then the other expenses, if you know, if this one is the total expenses. So total expenses, they said the personal use part of home. So basically personal. So basically your personal is, I give you a suggestion. I just doing, so how much you doing is you just use your home office, like your home office is 2 square feet, 200 square feet. Then your whole, the whole home, the whole square feet, total square feet is 3, for example, is 3,000. So it's 200 over 3,000. So it's 2,200. It's like this one, okay, personal use. So personal use is 2,800, right? 2,800 is personal use, because 200 is my office. Then you over 300 is 3,000. So when you over 3,000 is 93. You got 93%. 93% is your home use, is your personal use. Then you times 0.93 times times 2,400. So it's come to 18,972. Okay, so that's 18,972 is personal use. How you get 18,972 again? Okay, how you get 18,972? I show you how you get it. Just slow down, because I still have a time. So so what basically is here? So your home office, is 200 square feet, right? 200 square feet. So your total square feet, square feet, total square feet of your home, of the home is, if it's 3,000, okay, if it's 3,000. So the basically for the personal use, For the personal use. For the personal use is 2,080 divided by 3,000. So right. So the personal use is 3,000 subtract 200. Subtract 200 is 2,800. 2,800. So you over 3,000. Then you got. Then this one is 83%. Then the 83%. So you got 83% because we know the total home cost. So the total home cost is 20,300. Let's say
400.
20,400, right?
Yep.
So 20,400. Then you times this one. Times this one is how much I got? Is 18,972. So this one is personal use. This one is personal use. Then they just subtract the total to personal use. Whatever difference is so 18,972 is 18,972 is come here. So the 18,972 is come here. Okay, how 18,972 comes from? I just got. So everybody understand?
Yes,
So you
ma'am.
no problem understand. Then this one is a personal use. Personal use you cannot you cannot put in expenses. So the system is automatically subtract 2,400. Then you subtract 18,972. Then 1,428 is come to home office. So that they already come. They not go up. They just they calculate here. Okay, 1,428 is for your home use. It's something like that. Then I give you a suggestion is because I got this one is for me is 7%, right? For me it's 7% of 7% of my office expenses. So that's good. The CRA, I tell you, CRA never check. Most time it's safe is under 15%. That's safe. Okay. So if you over 20%, then the CRA will come to check. So over 20%, they will check. Okay, where you show me where your office. So this office, if you like me, I set office. Now I set office in bonus room. They will check a bonus room. If you personal use bonus room or not. If they find out that my bonus room is only desk, it's only a computer and all the document, something that's all for business use, then they agree. But if you put some if you put some across the cross set or bed or something close cross set, then the bed, something like this, then they won't agree because you share your this space to your personal use. They are not agree. So something like that. Okay. So you need but you only like me, you only put 7% there. The 7% they just let you go. Okay. They never you save. You never they never come to you. Okay, so my suggestion is under 15%. Okay, under definitely under 15%. If you're over 20%, you get more chance to editing. So nobody want edit get audit. Okay, and the CRA wants you to come to your home to check. It's not fun work with CRA. So that's the things. I think that basically I finished all the things. Okay, so the main thing is GST. The main thing is GST. So my suggestion is GST. You use a quick method. Okay, you use quick method. So how you find the quick method remitted rate is you just you just check on your on CRA website. Okay, that's the one thing. Then another thing is another thing is CCA. If you have a vehicle, this vehicle is for your business own, okay, not for your personal. The registration is not on the vehicle registration is on the person. Like say you have you got carpet clean, then you make ABC carpet clean company. So ABC carpet clean company, you purchase that vehicle is that your business name, ABC company clean. So as long as that that vehicle is all for your for that business, then you're able to deduct CCA. Okay, the CCA is basically is here. Okay, CCA, all the CCAs here. Then if you purchase like here, is you put it over here. You purchase that is required and acquired additional in the year. Okay, and the dispose you sell that things, then you put here. Okay, that's the CCA. But if you use your own vehicle to running your business, is the business expenses, the vehicle expenses. So the vehicle expenses is where it is here. The vehicle expenses. So when you use that your own vehicle to do the business, then you put here the first things the very important things you have to keep journal. So the journal says how many kilometers you drive for your business. You have the log. This as vehicle log, log log. Then you just keep it. Then you find the total year. The total year, how many kilometers you drive. Okay, if you use detail, then you use detail here. Okay, you use detail method. Then the line 2 is your total vehicle you drive for the year. Total vehicle drive for the year you write down. Okay, you copy that in the beginning of the year that kilometers. The end of year the kilometers you subtract. Then you find the difference is the vehicle you drive in the year, the total vehicle you drive. Then the system is automatically give your percentage. So you just put all the things here. Okay, put all the things here. Then this the vehicle you drive. Then if you're using my suggestion is you're using flat rate. So the flat rate you just check on CRA website. So around 50 or 52% per kilometer. So around then you just times 13,000 times 50. Like for example, it's 50 cents. Then you find the expenses. When you find the expenses, you just put over other dependent. Other expenses for vehicle expenses for freight rate. Just put there. Okay, it's very simple. You don't need to keep any receipt.
Question, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the business I use my husband's car, and part of the business I use Uber. So how does it work? Can I use this vehicle expense flat rate?
Doesn't matter. As long as you keep journal. You keep log. That's how many kilometers you use a personal vehicle. Okay.
How about the Uber, Mom?
Pardon me?
Part of the business I take Uber as well.
Then if you're using flat rate, so if you're using flat rate, that's easy. It just calculate how many kilometers you drive. It doesn't matter you use whose vehicle. You use your vehicle is this kilometer. You use other body's vehicle is this kilometer. So anyway, you just put expenses. It's more expenses put there, then you pay the less tax, right?
Okay. So
you want to reduce your tax. You don't want that money. Actually, you want to reduce your tax. So that's you put this vehicle. So it doesn't matter whose vehicle you drive.
Okay, I can combine
Okay,
it, right?
but
Okay.
the important thing is you need to keep that log.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep log. Then it says then you put that how many kilometers you drive. Then you times that rate. Then I show you the rate. You
Yeah.
kilometric rate, right? Then you
Mm-hmm.
show the rate. Then you times then your expenses there.
Okay.
So when you have expenses, it's reduce your income.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
you pay the less tax, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter you get money or not. For the company, probably you need to pay that money. For your self-employment, that doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. Even you pay your husband, like like you said, I drive my husband's vehicle, then I pay my husband. Even you pay your husband like 6,000, 5,000. If there's the vehicle, if this is a vehicle expenses, your husband don't need including that income. Okay, not including that income, and you of course is. Of course, you reduce your income, right? It's to
Another
reduce your
question, Ma'am.
income.
Can I ask a question again? With regards to the GST, if I already claim the GST credit for the expenses, like yeah, the business expenses, can I include the GST on the expenses, or I should not include the GST anymore?
GST, I don't know if you use detail method.
I use detailed, Ma'am.
So next time you use quick method. Okay, the quick method is just times you use total amount, total your revenue. It times that's a certain credit, then that's the certain percentage, then you remit it. It's a lot easy.
I have more refund, Ma'am, if I have the detail because
Yeah,
of the purchases.
if you use a detail method, then you need what you need to do is basically you need keep the record. Okay, you keep track of how many GST you get from your customer, then how many GST you paid, you purchase. When you did the purchase, you paid, then you subtract the paid from the customer is your income, kind of your income. Okay, then you subtract you paid, then you just paid the rest of you paid the difference. That's it.
How about the
So
expenses,
basically
Ma'am?
GST is not your money.
Yes, ma'am. How about the expenses, ma'am? Like
Expenses,
I
you need
included the GST, right? On my I included the GST on my expenses to my credit. So
no, the GST, you only put the cost, do you remember? I show you that if you pay the $105, the cost is only 100. The $5 you need, the $5 is only for the $5 is only okay.
No,
So
ma'am.
let's see here.
I mean, ma'am, here, like for example, here on the business expense, ma'am.
Okay, so that's that the GST. Okay, I said is here. You just follow that example. The CRA give you example is like this one is the sale, right? This one's the sale. So the sale is if you put the detail, then you need got this one's a total sale, okay? Total sale. Then this one's GST, this one's PST, and this one's a sale. So the sale is $146. Then if you plus $88.75, then the plus 13 is come to here. Is come to this number. So what you have to separate this one and this one. So when you by the end of year, so every month, so this one is monthly, okay? If you had lots of transaction, so you did monthly. So the total, the last one is total. You use Excel, then the total is, for example, is here. Is total is 500, then 500, then 800, like something like that. Then this one is the GST. 500, 800 is 1 month. Then you add up whole year. Whole year is 7,000. For example, it's 7,000. Then the whole year. Then this one is your GST collection. Then this one is GST. Here you got GST. GST you purchase. Okay, you add up for 1 year. So the whole year is 2,000. So the 7,000 subtract 2,000 is the 5,000. So the 5,000 you need remitted to CRA. It's something like that. Okay. Then this one is example is for expenses. So for expenses, like for example, is here. For expenses is only 350. Even you paid total you paid is $367.50. But this one is your GST. Then GST you already subtract this number from your GST collection. So you only put your cost is 350. 350 is not including GST. You understand? You cannot put the whole amount. You cannot put this whole amount.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you cannot put the whole amount until if you do the quick method. If you do the quick method, you can put the whole amount is your expenses.
No,
so you add.
My question, ma'am, is regarding the business home expense. Like you can include that to
business.
the tax credit, right? So
business.
Yeah, the
business
home expense.
that business use you including GST. That home expenses, like I said, how much percentage, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you're including your GST.
Okay.
So it's not GST. You don't need to put GST here. Okay.
Okay.
That's a purchase is not put here.
Okay.
So that's your because your use home is part of them, and then you don't need to put GST here.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not including that. This one is only your business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, that's I think I finished that self-employment. Then that's a rental is the same. Rental is the same. Is only different is rental you can claim vehicle expenses, but in order to claim vehicle expenses, you have at least 2 rental property. You only have 1 rental property, no, you cannot claim vehicle expenses. You can claim if you have more than 1, okay, 2 plus, then you can claim rental. You can claim vehicle expenses. So the vehicle expenses is the same thing same thing is like self-employment. Then what I give you a suggestion is you have to keep your journal. Like say March 16, I go to property A, and the address, property A address, the property A address. Then for what? For shovel the snow, or for collect the rent, or need inspection. Okay, then whatever. Then tomorrow and for March 20, I go to property B. The property B, I just fix that fix leaking from faucet or something. Do the maintenance. Okay, then you put the purpose and the address, then how many kilometers you drive, then you add up whole things. Then by the end of the year, you times that percentage, times that 51 cents or 52 cents. You check on the CR website, then you find the vehicle expenses. Okay, you don't need to keep any receipt. But for the rental, you at least you have 2. 1 you cannot. Even you drive there, you one property. I know you did something. You did the maintenance. You did you show your home. when you change your client, right? You have to show and you have to show you want to find the new tenant. You have to show you have to show your home, like something you did lots of trip, but no. Okay, the CRA setup you had at least more than one, then you can deduct vehicle expenses. And for CCA, I already said CCA almost as that CCA is class 8. Furnitures, appliance, as everything. Okay, is you put on you put on CCA is class 8. So almost that's it. And the rental is pretty simple. Okay, the other one is straightforward. Okay, so that's it. So anyone, if you have some questions, welcome to ask me. Okay, for me, there's no question stupid. There's no question out of topic. There's no question says it's not including my model or something. So I like the student to ask question. At least you learn, right? Then you have a question, probably the other student have a same question as you. So we can learn together. For me, if I don't know the answer, I post, most time I check on website, the CRA website, or I phone the CRA to find the answer for you. And then I still learn, right? For in this case, I'm learn. So it's good. So any questions, welcome. And also I have to tell that there's other student. I don't know if she's there or not. So you use Apple product, right? Is there you use Apple product, you cannot find that disabled amount?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you still there, that student?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, for you next time, if you have a problem like the 2 days ago we practiced, then you cannot find it. You said, well, everybody find it, you cannot find it. Don't be shy. You see, I'm using a different, like today. You good. You said I don't know how I can do. I got different version than you guys. Then we can solve the problem for you right away. So don't leave that for future. If the thing is you shy to ask question, then when you have exam, then you difficult for your exam. And if you have a question for your future, so I think you have a difficulty. So you ask me, because I'm busy. I have lots of students. So sometimes you can get hold of me. Okay. Honestly, I'm not very spend the time to look at my email. Okay. So you ask me right away is a good idea. Email, sometimes it's the email from East West College, I just ignore it because I'm too busy. I cannot take care of them unless they call me. Okay, so for student, I'm sorry if I have a time, I look at email, then I just do it. In the evening, I have a time, then I sit down, then I find the email, then I reply it. But some evening I have to go with my daughter. I have busy. My younger daughter, she has lots of program. So I won't able to look at. So you lost chance to get it. Okay. So today you're good. You just directly says, I can find it because we got a different version. So don't be shy. Okay. Any questions? Just ask me.
Yes, Miss Helen. Yeah,
yes.
sorry. We have a quick question, just regarding back to medical expenses. The company long-term and short-term disability insurance is included to the claims or no?
Short ability
And long-term.
Long-term, I don't know. Do you get anything? Is income or something?
No, we didn't receive anything. I'm not sure who.
Yeah,
it's a premium from the company that deducted every paycheck.
Oh, that is kind of insurance.
Yes.
Right? The insurance you cannot deduct.
Okay.
The insurance you can deduct. Then is tomorrow if you want, or Monday. I can explain that because it's called wage loss.
Yeah.
Wage loss.
Yes.
That's one. So if I have a time, I'm going to teach you guys. Okay.
Okay, sure.
So
Thank
that's
you.
all for today.
Yes. Thank you so much.
That's all for today. Thank you. Thank you for spending time with me.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
ma'am.